Hello Aries, it is my intention to share with you the reading that is going to be your guidance, hopefully, for from the 16th to the 31st of January, second half. So basically the way this reading works is you have your past, you have your present, and you have your future. And then obviously the basis of the energy, which is what I'm going to explain at the end. But so the idea here is to give you some ideas, some guidance, and some advice, generally speaking, because this is a general reading, not specific for anyone. So as I'm reading, you have to use your own intuition to apply the knowledge to yourself, and hopefully being able to be led in a direction that is more to your liking and less conflict. Anyway, we go with your past, which is past, mind, stage, action. And you were thinking like a warrior in the sense that you were going forward and you basically made up your mind about a decision, and you took that decision and you brought forth it with it a lot of strength, energy. This knight is a very noble guy, but he's also very hasty and very messy when it comes to his actions sometimes, which is seen by the clouds. If you can look at the clouds, you can see that they are all like jarred, like very aggressive. So you were thinking about moving forward, which is a very good decision. Sorry about this, it always happens. These cards were like this originally. Yeah, I'll explain to you why they were like they were, but believe me, they were like this. So anyway, you were thinking like a warrior, like someone who's going to move forward. But then your stage was that you were willing to go with the change, which is a good thing. Death is always about being able to transform yourself into something better. And basically you were with it. You were willingly accepting that this was necessary, and it was a good thing. However, the Eight of Pentacles reverse shows us a man that is not very focused when he's working. Like he's lacking the discipline, or is very, very bored at what he's doing. So what I felt originally was that you were okay with the change, you knew it was alright, but you were not taking the necessary steps to make it happen. So you were being like kind of paralyzed, or you didn't make the effort. And there we have the Queen of Cups reverse when it comes to your actions. And what I feel when I look at these cups is that your actions were disconnected. I think that you were so focused on moving forward, you were so focused on carrying this decision and make it happen, whatever it took, that maybe you hurt some people along the way, or maybe some people hurt you, and the more that negative spiral went on, the more disconnected it left you and your actions. So your actions were not really two possibilities. They were very emotional, over emotional, in the sense that you could have gotten aggressive over something when it didn't matter, or you're not feeling the right feelings, like you're very disturbed, inner disturbance. Your actions were uninspired. So that was your past, and the main problem, I think, it was that there was too much action when it came to the decision, but not enough effort when it came to the change. You had to change, and you were okay with it, which is a very good strength. However, I feel that there was no there was no effort. That's all I'm saying. There was no discipline. And the thing is, when I look at the present, when it comes to your mind, we have the Devil and the Five of Swords. So the Devil is basically falling into a temptation, or following your passions in a way that is not very healthy for yourself. And then we have the Five of Swords, which means conflict. Specifically arguments or ideas, or conflicts about disagreements, verbal conflict. What it's telling me is that currently you're very engaged in a conflict, and you're thinking that you are right doing that. Like you know that it's a negative spiral, but you're okay with it, and you're going with it. So you're getting yourself into more conflict by the way you're thinking. You're thinking that's alright. And the thing is, at your stage you have the Hangman reversed, and that means that there are some things that you could do, but you are justifying yourself or blaming someone else for the responsibility. Now, I'm not saying that some things that are happening to you right now everything is your fault. Obviously, there may be the possibility that someone is doing something wrong to you, and you really didn't have any kind of responsibility over his or her decision. However, it is your decision and it is your free will the way you react. And you can either do the things you can and accept the things you can't control, or you can deny total responsibility and just blame someone else and get into the conflict. Like, they started it. They did it first. I'm just like going with the flow. Yes, of course you're going with the flow. You're going with a very wrong energy, which is conflict. Unnecessary conflict. Unwinnable conflict. Because even if you win, which you might, because it is upright, it is gonna... you will have to sacrifice a lot. And then we have the action card, which is the Nine of Swords reverse, which means that... sorry about that, those are the cats. This means that you are overreacting, you are causing yourself more stress rather than reducing it or healing it. Because if it was upright, if it were upright, then it would mean that you are suffering for a good reason. Like there's something that is really hurting you and you are not really enjoying yourself here. But when it is like reversed, it means that basically you're, like I said, creating more trouble for yourself, which is exactly what is shown here. So, and you are not even accepting that. It's like that they started it. That's what I keep like feeling when I look at these cards. They started it. I'm just like, this is like the energy of vengeance, you know? Like, I have to do this. I have to defend myself. No, you don't. But don't worry, I'll tell you and a few other messages at the end. So let's go with the future. You have the Three of Pentacles reversed, which means that there's going to be a huge disagreement, and in the future you're going to be thinking like, F them, I don't care about them, I'm going my own way, so I don't have to listen to anyone. They don't even know what I'm going through, and there's no way in hell they can tell me what I should do or should be doing with my time, so screw them, I'm just going my own way. Which is the way you're thinking. Which I find it funny. I didn't make this up, I just went with the flow here, but I did find it funny. And if that's the case, I think that's gonna make you really happy somehow. Because this is what is strange about your reading, Aries, because you are here very determined to go with the change and saying, yeah, I'm going my own way, but you're saying it. But you are not putting the effort, like you're making very hasty decisions, or you're thinking hastily, but your way of being is not really disciplined. It's not like constant. Like sometimes you go, sometimes you don't care, sometimes you do. And the thing is, you were really disconnected from love. You were really disconnected from your feelings. Maybe overreacting, maybe feeling really sad or disconnected, or like I said. And then we go to the present, which is you basically seeking for conflict with someone and blaming it on them. Which, fair enough, look, I'm not judging, alright? I'm just telling you the perspective that I'm seeing this, to invite you to consider your own experiences based on this way of viewing, this viewpoints. Because you know what? The lesson about this, you're gonna be alright kind of alright, but you're gonna enjoy yourself in the future. That's what I was gonna say. But the thing about the conflict you're going through right now, if you're like, the moment you look at this video is probably the best moment for you to watch this message. So basically the conflict you're going through right now is really pointless. Even if it is like a very serious legal issue, let's say, it is saying that it's not really worth debating or arguing with the other party. Just focus on your own strategy. So don't waste time arguing. Don't do it. Don't do it. It is the devil. It is a temptation that it is gonna leave you even worse than what you started. Because you're gonna, even if you win, it's gonna be a bitter victory. That's all I'm saying. The thing is, the weird thing about your reading is that even though you went through this, you're still feeling happy about yourself at the end. So your actions, at least, your actions are about someone that's saying, yeah, I'm very happy about this, I'm very glad that things turned out this way. However, you are thinking like this. Oh, well, let's ignore that. Anyway, you're thinking like this, which means that you don't really want to get along with anyone. And then your stage we have the Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. The Two of Pentacles means that you're not going to be able to be balancing stress of work with happiness of celebration. Because if it were upright, then it would mean that you would be able to handle the stress in equal amounts with celebration and happiness, which means that you are balanced. Even if life is a little bit like tough, you're still able to stand on your feet. But it is like this, which means that you are not able to do this. I think you're maybe overstressed, or maybe you're taking too much time off, or not handling your issues properly. And the thing about this is that Seven of Swords reverse means someone who's caught. Means discovering your own harmful thoughts. It means changing those behaviors because it doesn't really suit you anymore, and I think it harms you more than it actually heals you. Now, what could these behaviors be? I think it speaks about this. There's go my voice, very up. Whatever. I think it's talking about this. It is saying that you do have some thoughts that lead you to some conflicts that are really unnecessary, or that shouldn't be as big as they turn out to be at the end. You could save yourself the trouble, even if you were right. You could save yourself the trouble if you didn't go extreme about it, which is the Knight of Swords. So you went overboard with your own aggression or your own perspective, and well, then again, there you go, Aries. That's your thing, you know. You lower your head, and then whoever's in your front is like, whatever, I don't really care about this guy. So it is your greatest strength, but it is also your greatest weakness, like you are seeing now. I don't think it is a good idea for you to keep playing along those conflicted thoughts. I think you should reconsider them, because you will, I believe, even if you feeling like good, I still think you're gonna be able to realize something about yourself after this process at the end of January, which you may not like, but it is necessary. It is the truth, you know, and you can only face the truth. Now, the basis of the energy, it is the Four of Pentacles, and underneath the Four of Pentacles we have the Ace of Cups. Now, the Four of Pentacles means that you're being too possessive. Like, there is a good thing about this. Like, it is good to be cautious about your possessions, but again, don't go overboard, don't exaggerate. Don't turn this into a battle of the titans. It is not necessary. There are more important things than possessions, than material wealth. There are more important things than your ego, the way you think people see you. You don't have to worry about their viewpoints. Just worry about what you think about yourself. That's even more important. Because if you really took a look at yourself, you would I bet you would instantly realize that there are some areas in your life that you are creating more conflict that is completely unnecessary, or even if it's unnecessary, you're handling it in a very exaggerated or possessive way. And the thing is, you have to realize that there are more important things than possessions, which is the Ace of Cups. Your emotions, your emotional well-being. Now, I'm intrigued because you have the Page of Cups here, which means that you are holding the cup, but you're not feeling very well in this stage. So you may be acting like the Page of Cups, but you're actually feeling really alone and isolated. So you're putting up a masquerade, you're putting up an act, which may be rooted in some kind of positive feeling, as in, I did it, I went until the end, these guys will know that they shouldn't mess with me, so F them, which is a very self-fulfilled happiness, you know, a very egocentric happiness. But again, the things you have to sacrifice for that. So, and that's what you have to learn during this period, I believe, that yes, there are some times when you have to fight, but you have to keep in mind that it's very important for you to be clever about the way you fight. Don't fight fights that are not gonna do anything for you, even if you win. You have to pick your fights. And some fights are not worth fighting, because even if you win, well, what I said like 10 times already in the video. You have to. I really think that you should consider this viewpoint. I'm not forcing you. You are an Aries. I don't even would like to force you, because then you would probably hit me in my face. I'm exaggerating, it's only a joke, but what I'm saying is that I don't really want to force you or change your ways. I'm just inviting you to consider this point of view, because it might work in your favor in the future. If you, and this is the reason why they were reversed, I mean the other way around at the beginning, because I always do this at the end of my videos. If you realize that this conflict is only a temptation that it's not really offering you anything, it's only like locking you up into some necessary hassle, then you would instantly be releasing yourself from this strife and tribulations, which are really unnecessary. End of conflicts. Five of Swords reverse means the end of conflicts, the avoidance of conflicts, because you are tired of them, and you don't want any more of that mess in your life. So you walk away. And if you walked away, then you will realize that that's your action. Walking away sometimes is the best way to go about it. And this guy knows very well, because this guy is enlightened. So even though he's being hanged, which is, I assure you, being hanged doesn't really feel nice. Like, this guy really must be knowing some inner peace technique crap, ancient stuff, because being like this doesn't really feel well, But this guy is okay, because this guy understands that there's a way of being peaceful with yourself if you just don't give attention to the things that are troubling you, because they're not really worth it in the end. The only thing that's worth it is the way you handle your own attention, and the things that are drawing you, or rather, the things you are letting that they draw your attention towards them. Then you would realize that that's your power, and you would be walking away from conflict, which would lead you to feel a little bit bad, of course, because an Aries doesn't really like to walk away from a fight. That's like your that's like your entire personality right there, like being able to fight and prove yourself. I get it. That's a very, very beautiful strength, and I actually had to learn that in this lifetime. So I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, dude, like, bring it down a notch, all right? Just try to keep in mind that your mental happiness and clarity is even more important than going through all of this. And who knows, maybe in the end you're gonna realize that you can be happy even if you don't fight, because you're gonna be balancing things. And maybe even though you walk away from people, you're gonna be feeling like screw everyone. You're gonna be like, okay, some people are good, some people aren't. I'm gonna focus on the good people, which is the message of this card, I'm gonna focus on the good people. I'm gonna focus on the people that are giving me constructive criticism, people that are helping me to build my own projects, and people I can help them to build their own. So this is a beautiful way of thinking. It doesn't mean that you have to love everyone. It means that you have to let people into your life that are going to help you, the right people. And the wrong people are just not there, You're not arguing with them. You're not looking for them. You're just too busy working on your own stuff, which is the Eight of Pentacles. So I really wish for you that you can take this advice and take it to the next level, because then I would bet that you would be feeling kind of fulfilled and better about yourself, because you will be stronger in your essence. You would be able to tell the wrong people, you know what, F off, I don't care about you. And then you would be able to tell the right people, yes, come on in, help me out, because I know you have some talents I don't. And that's a huge virtue that if you were able to develop, it would make you a very beautiful person. That's all I'm saying. But again, as always, it is your choice. I'm not forcing you to anything. I'm just sharing with you the point of view that I'm just saying here, So anyway, I hope this video helps you out to make the good decisions. I really hope this goes, because I originally started doing Spanish readings, so I really do hope that this message goes beyond any language limitations or differences, and it applies to you as much as it does to the Spanish population. Speaking population. Yes, there we go. Anyway, I wish you the best, Aries. If you want to subscribe, you can give it the thumbs up. And you're welcome to join my Facebook page. I'm very happy that you guys are capable of following your own dreams. Because if I recall correctly, your prediction from January to June tells that you should be a rebel. And this is a good thing for you. And you're starting to do that. You're telling people to back off. And if you do it right, you can even get your own team, like your own Avengers team or something. Which is a good idea, I think. Anyway, I'm just rambling. I wish you guys the very best. I still love you, even though you may be a little bit hard on people, but I still like you, so Take care, guys. I wish you the best. Bye bye.